So guys, Digga D is fresh home. And when I can't remember whose Instagram it was. I think it was Made You Think. He posted obviously at Digga's fresh home. I checked the comments and I saw a very interesting comment where someone said Digga D had ruined drill. And that had me like, rah, okay then. Did Digga D ruin drill? Let's get into it. So, of course, I made sure. First of all, obviously Digger's home. Big up the boy Digger, and of course Drill Star. Listen, Drill Star always is keeping man updated with all the news, any sort of news. Drill Star, he's the guy still.
Cause I go up block.
But this was the photo that was leaked. Well, Digger D had posted this on his Snapchat today that he's out. So amazing, amazing news. But okay, so the comment that I saw was here, and this person said, "This guy single-handedly ruined UK drill, responsible for the start of the censorship campaign talking about T Wiz's mom, and started dozens of beefs for social media clout that got people locked up for life." Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting statement there, and I can sort of what dissect what this person has said. So he basically, first of all, he said Digger D single-handedly ruined UK drill. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. And the last line where he says he got people locked up for life, I think he's obviously um suggesting that Digger's got the HRB guys locked for life and stuff. But anyway, Digger D. Before we get into that, anyway, let's talk about Digger D, man. So Digger D is finally free. Diggy is finally free. He's back. He's ready to take over. And I personally think Diggy D is in the prime position to take over. I said it on a previous TikTok video. It's winter. If Diggy D can stay out for one or two, at least one calendar year, straight consistency, he's going to take over the game. I saw that he's partnered up with EGA, so I know they've got their heads screwed on. The likes of DBE, um, Print S, Kirky, Clavish, Asco, Scraps, the lot, they're all signed to EGA. So EGA seem to be some serious powerhouses. So I hope they've got one of the top five UK rappers that is out there. You get me? Like I personally believe Digga D is up there with Central C in terms of talent, ability, and even numbers. Like if I go to Digga's numbers quickly, chart success, two UK top tens, and a UK number one album. So it's not like he's some sort of like streets will remember kind of rapper where, oh, my man was hard still. Nah, he's got the accolades there. You get it. He's got the accolades. But yeah, man, I feel like yeah, Diggity's talented. Like he's got the ability to, do the hardcore drill rap, talking that rap drill, that talk that agrees in it pretty much. Violent drill. He can do it all, but then he's also got the ability to switch it and do more friendly um music such as TLC, Energy, or some sort of different like Arco and Fiji or Grey Tracky that's not released. But you know what I mean? So he can do it, he can literally execute it all. Or he did DTF, which is like Detroit beats, and he executed that to a T, you know what I mean? So Digga D can do it all. So there's no reason why with a strong year or two under his belt, why he won't be a global superstar. And you think these American guys that come to UK won't check in with Digger when they land because you get me? I think they will, but anyway, I don't mean checking like that, but whenever the American guys come in, they're gonna have their tour guide and that from the ends. It seems to be Central at the moment, but yeah, man, that's there for Digger, man. But Digger's versatile. But okay, cool. So let's bring it back to the top, to the the main topic of the video. Did Digger D ruin drill? It can be argued. It can be argued that he ruined drill. Obviously, that guy, Killer Cam, legendary Killer Cam. Let's break down his statement. So, boom, he's responsible for the start of the censorship campaign. And that is true. That is true. Because obviously, if you don't remember, I think around, I've got the article up here. Let me find it quickly. Boom. 11th of June 2018. So this was obviously after 10/11 broke onto the scene, you know what I'm saying? So I think they'd probably been on the scene for a year, and by this point, they'd released Play for the Pagans, they'd released No Hook, and they'd obviously released The Truth. There's what I think there were at least 5 songs deep, you get me, by this point, and they were fucking up the scene, fam. You get me? Yeah. So 6 years ago, what? It wasn't 2019. This is all re-uploads. Definitely by the time. So by 2018. So yeah. So Play for the Pagans, crazy tune. No Hook, The Truth. Uh and then obviously they had See Me Say So. Listen, by the 2018 they were established. And then of course they got arrested. And this arrest led to them getting CBOs, as you can see here. So 5 gang members who made drill music um videos glorifying violence have been sentenced after being caught with machetes and baseball bats. So you got Micah Bedeau, which is Huncho, Jonas Germer, which is TY, Isaac Marshall, which is MSCOM, I'm sure. You had Jordan Bedeau, which is Savo, JSav, and then Reese Herbert, Digga D. Man won't be like, oh, how do you know who's who? It's federal. And the next article's got all their faces and who's who, you get me? So, yeah. And this is what these men got caught with. And according to this article, this was all because um 12 World had harassed Huncho and J Savs and Nan. Kingston Crown Court held that the attack was in retaliation to a YouTube video posted by 12 World of the grandmother of Bidow's brothers being harassed. I'm pretty sure I've heard about rappers mocking this incident, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so these man was about to do the mad violent get back. And of course, as you can see here, officers caught the gang red-handed on the 9th of November 2017. So it wasn't even June the 11th of 2018. That was when the article was published. These men was caught in 2017. So this is the same year that there was moving mad in the music scene. And as you can see here, at the time, the court was told that the music videos made by the gang members had been watched more than 15 million times. So over 20 mil views in 2017, and these man was teenagers. That is mad stuff, you know. But cool. So this led to them being given a CBO. As you can see here, the Met judge asked Recorder and Mulligan to consider applications um criminal behavior orders. What is a CBO? Get into that quickly. So Bindmans, this is obviously a law firm. They've produced an article which is on the 20 in as you can see the date here. So they've produced an article around Diggity's BBC documentary that came out when he was explaining. We basically explained, his journey of music from around 2017 till up until that point when he came out. Because I think he came out of jail again, and that's when he got stabbed in the eye, etc., etc. But cool. So a CBO, criminal behavior order. What is it? A CBO can be imposed after an offender has been convicted of an offence as part of his or her sentence. And at this point, I think in when they got caught, they were charged with conspiracy to commit violent disorder. So, as you can see, an order can only be made on application from the prosecution and is usually made by the prosecution following a request from the police. And as you can see in the article, the Met Police had asked the judge to consider applications for CBOs. So, as you can see, the Met Police, the Metropolitan Police, directly asked the judge to for CBOs, and they were successful. And the CBOs ended up having this sort of effect. Where the article? So if you look on Wikipedia, I know it can be a bit murky in terms of reliability, but the sources are there. So as you can see here, the conditions of Digger's CBO included being fitted with a GPS tracker on his leg, being made to check in with probation every 3 hours. Every 3 hours is crazy. And as well as having to notify the Met Police when he uploaded any songs or videos within 24 hours. Any releases that incited violence, mentioned certain areas of London, or lyrical references to real life incidents or people in their music would not be permitted. So that's what the CBO did. So back to legendary Killer Cam's statement that he's responsible for the start of the censorship campaign. That is true. Diggity is responsible for the censorship campaign, and yeah, you can definitely say since he got arrested, this led to a lot of more censorship rap. The police becoming more comfortable with issuing CBOs and stuff, and yeah, funnily enough, I don't know if many people know. Obviously, when Digga D and them man got arrested 10/11, they then changed their name to CGM. Everyone knows that. But they started rapping under different names, but it was still the same guys. I remember because I would listen to these like myself and I'd just clock the voice. You know what I'm saying? So we got here 11. So ZK changed his name to 11. And I know it is ZK 100%. Listen, you can just listen.
Beats. Rattling on a 9-inch force, but he man for the 12 is quicker. I was pissed when I caught that nigga. I left my cab and he left this.
That's ZK. So ZK changed his name to 11. Digga D changed his name to Double Tap. Obviously, Digga D didn't hide that it's him because he's got a fucking mixtape called Double Tap Diaries. So everyone says there's a song as well. He's like, um, he says Digga Double Tap or Shotty Shane, whatever. You get me? They call me Shotty Shane, but yo, so Digga D had changed his name to Double Tap. And if you want to hear the song, no, with intent, that's what it's called. About saying no intent.
Flaky. He asked if it's 10 out of 10. Are you dumb, you dickhead, really? I'm the youngest nigga that's doing it. Told bro, don't put the whole thing under the tap, cause you might just ruin it. Side by side, we're two in it. I got a bitch in the car when I'm moving it. I jumped out the car and slapped.
That song was cold. I felt like I found gold when I found that. But yeah, cool. So Digga changed his name to Double Tap. As you can see, the songs here with intent. And then obviously you had other guys like AP change his name to Dodgy, Lugervels to Striker, or maybe Lugervels was known as Striker around then. Honcho went by Horrid One, but I think it was kind of called Horrid One at the time. I think maybe the other way around. Horrid One changed his name to Honcho, and Savo started calling himself JSav. You get me? Because of the CBO. So the CBO definitely had a mad impact, and it forced these guys to change their whole names besides Diggity. You get me? So yeah, man, it's crazy. And of course, the censorship led to a lot more rappers using censors. So you could kind of say the censorship um kind of took away from drill because drill was supposed to be like raw, pause, you get me, violent. You know what I mean? It's teenagers, bro. It's teenagers that are just gassed up, or young people that are just gassed up, talking crud, sending for these man, and just talking about reality, and it was entertaining, man. And whenever there was a cheeky name drop, or you get me, or the talk or something graphic, you kind of enjoyed it. Sadly enough, you get me. Like these men are talking about chinging someone up, but you're like, "Rah, let me hear that again." It's bad, sick, sick. But yo, so yeah, man. But I would say though, drill music becoming censored forced rappers to become way more creative. Because at the end of the day, we're not trying to hear confessions. I posted a post about Billy Billions. Yeah. Um. Let me see if I can wheel it up quickly. Big up the boy Slim. Yeah, Billy Billions was just rapping, but it was just straight confessing.
Screaming, what have you done? I just splashed up on the main, skin out his brains in front of his mum. By the time I hop back in the range, I could taste the blood on the tip of my tongue. Blood on the tip of my tongue.
Bro, a man said I just hopped out of range, splashed man up in front of his mum, and before I got in the range, I can taste his blood on my tongue. That is straight. That is just a confession, bro. There's no two ways around it. Man can't tell me allegedly X, Y, and Z. So I can see why the feds have censored rap. If man have just explained what he did the other day. That isn't artistic expression. That is a man telling you what he did with conviction. Unless he's capping, is he a cap rapper then? But yo, so that's obviously why censorship came in, so it prevents man just coming on there. Because sometimes that's a why. Whoa, oh, I didn't mean man coming on there. Yo, yo, yo. But listen, obviously sometimes some guys just don't have any artistic ability. They can't rap, so they just come on the rhythm, just talking straight violence. And sometimes there's just no cohesion on the track. You get it? So that's why I appreciate the censorship because it made guys become creative. Two rappers that I think that became very, very creative due to CBOs is Suspect and Chinks. I don't think Suspect had CBOs because he was just talking violent and he was killing people. But Chinks was very, very creative, especially with the song Usual Culprits. And his when Chinks broke out, even that song, what was that song called? When he dissed, let me find it. His breakout song. Obviously, I know Usual Culprits. That's my favorite one of Chinks. Secret's Not Safe. There was a lot of sensors in that one, but I don't know. Sometimes the sensors actually helps. Even with plugged in, you've got the sonic. There's a sonic sound, sonic coin sound. So I definitely feel like the impact of the censorship on drill can be debated. Like, and of course, we wouldn't have got the most legendary drill song of all time, No Censor, if there was not if it was not for Diggity's censorship. But who's to say as well that if Diggity wasn't to get censored and get CBO, that another rapper wasn't gonna get censorship at some point? Because it's not like Diggity was the only guy talking hot. Because I'm pretty sure in 2017, a lot of rappers were talking hot and a lot of names were being dropped. 6 7 was always talking about for the Trop, Dem Man, and we all knew who Dem Man was. You get me? So um, Russ, you had Russ. Every track he's saying fuck Bellingham, fuck Bellingham, fuck Bellingham. You get me? The list goes on. So it's not like Digga's gonna be the first rapper. Was like if it weren't Digga, it definitely would have been someone else. So you can't pin whole blame on Digga D and censorship being his fault because it was gonna be someone else if it weren't him. But so yeah, I would on that statement. I say my stance is I would fairly I'd disagree. You get me? I would disagree still that Diggity didn't ruin drill. At the end of the day, drill is still successful, and I'd say anyway, TikTok has ruined drill. You get me? TikTok has ruined drill, but anyway, that's a topic for another video. But I thought, that when I saw that comment, it just thought, I thought I'd maybe just make a whole video and just speak about it. You get me? And just sort of delve deeper into that discussion. But yeah, man, I hope obviously you guys have learned some new stuff about UK drill. Got a great understanding about some history. You get me? And yeah, man, I hope to keep a variety of topics on this page. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching to the end. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video, my boy. Love.